Hey everyone, this is Shag. I blame Pollen for the lack of videos lately. Also, possibly video games, other than this one, but mostly gonna blame Pollen. I don't know if you can say that's the weather. I guess we can blame spring? I don't know. It's probably best not to think about it too hard, but anyway. Last time on Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, we got a phone call. Sigh. We completed the ice bit, and now we have to go to the next bit. And the elements we have left are fire and wind. So take a wild guess. Oh hey, look, it's this guy. Some awful news made Captain Mac race from his home. Anyway, seek Ruben and Fireberg. Say, what's this statue for? Pachoo! Actually, did we even go see Captain Mac? He was in a basement of some kind. I don't think we actually went there. So yeah, Ruben and Fireberg, take a wild guess part 2 of which element we're dealing with next. Could it be darkness? I guess we'll have to find out, anyway. But first, I have to remember to actually do things instead of playing a game several weeks later after the previous time what I played it. Heal potions. So, we have to go in the basement, which is not accessed from the house itself, but rather from the moat, or this lake here. That's kind of inconvenient. You need a place to go store some crap, wade through the lake. Better hope none of the stuff you're carrying is important. Anyway, we're not seeing Captain Mac, we're seeing Spencer. There's a subtle difference between two completely different names that I completely forgot about. So here we have a waterfall. This is not a dungeon, even if it looks like it could be a dungeon. But it's not. It's just a place. Kind of makes you walk forward a bunch. Or, you know, jump. The waterfalls are nice. Not a bad place, really. And here's where we were supposed to be. So we have this dude. Hey there. The ice is melted! How did it happen? Phoebe and I restored the crystal of water's light. Then you're the knight in the prophecy! The shield has found its owner. A shield used by a knight in days gone by. Captain Mac found it. Captain Mac! I've heard that name before. For years Mac's been studying a prophecy. On his way back from doing some research, the lake dried up and his ship ended up on a rock ledge. But that's no problem. If we dig from here, we'll be able to reach the ship. Anyway, here's a key. The shield is hidden in the focus tower. Received Venus key. By the way, Fireberg's been having some strong earthquakes lately. You think we're dealing with fire? Okay, that's enough of that. First, before it really is enough of that, let's take this path over here, circuitous-like, and see what is the up. You can see the ship over there, and also this extremely helpful cliff. To the south is yet another location that we have not been able to access yet. Anyway, more stuff we can't do. Okay, doke. Right then. Time to climb all the way freaking back out of this place. Hope you don't mind. It's just a little bit of a break after all that intense gameplay action. Such as all the battles in the battlefields that we did not battle. nor field. You know, it actually doesn't seem as long coming back up. Maybe I'm just crazy. So, yeah. Okay, now time to actually go to the focus tower, like I was beginning to go to the focus tower. Focus tower. Can't lose focus! Have I mentioned that I like the world map music? I know I've mentioned the music in this game is pretty good, but it's just so triumphant feeling. I used it in my Super Mario World ROM hack that is indefinitely incomplete. Hoorah. So, just double checking that there's nothing up here. What's this statue for? But first... Found Venus Shield! I suppose that chest was what needed the Venus key. That would make too much sense. So the Venus Shield here resists something, but also gives us double defense. Its unfortunately nondescript icon doesn't really help. So, what's this pillar for? Indeed. Well, I'll tell you what it's for. It's for pushing! In a similar manner to this, but also probably not. I think it needs to go down a square. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, hey. And then Shag forgot how to navigate the focus tower. This is the best. Please hold while Shag finds his brains. This guy over here stays shoved, though. So no worries about that, in particular. Wow. Feeling dumb. The reason for these shenanigans is that you can enter it from 2 different places. Kind of forgot about that. You can see that the pillar is still pushed. here we are back in the coin room. And voila! Boing! Victory has been achieved after a obnoxious bout of dumb, which we hope never to speak of again. Anything to the side? Why, yes. Ah, this side of this room. Which leads to Fireberg. He did mention earthquakes. This is gonna be a running theme for a while. Fireberg, land of jazz. A guy came in saying he could open any lock. Sounds like a jerk. Probably has his own theme song and everything. There are tons of monsters in the mine up north. Sounds like a place we're going to be going. Hello. Give me your axe. Thank you. What is it with these blue-haired ladies selling massive weapons of destruction? Who knows. A mask lets you see the monsters through the gas in the volcano. I told you there'd be a repeat of the pyramid gimmick. How about some explosives? I'm an old man. Yeah, whatever. And in here we have Ruben, who we were told to look for. The volcano seemed odd, so my husband Arian, however you want to say that, it's on a scale of fantasy fanciness, climbed with his friends, but his buddy freaked out, ran home, and locked himself in. A boulder is keeping us from saving him. You're Ruben, huh? Have you heard about the Crystal of Fire? I can't deal with that now. I've got to help Dad. Well, why don't you let me help you? He's stuck behind a boulder. There'd be no problem if we had a mega grenade, but only Dad's friend can use them. Where's the guy's house? In this town, but he shut himself in. We'll pay him a visit anyway. Ruben joined! Ruben is a super exciting fellow, and by that I mean all he does is hit things. He's only got one spell, and that's the revive. I mean, sure, revive is useful, but he's a tank. A boring tank. Also, in the hotel, we have people. Ah, they're selling seeds now. Excuse me while I break the game a little bit. Seeds, being the things that restore mana, are kinda, you know, powerful. And by mana, I mean spell counts, of course. The game doesn't need that fancy mana shenanigans. So hey, what's up with these dudes? Want to listen to this band? Sure. Let's dance! Anyway, enough dance. Nice to see you again, kid. Not really. You're kind of a jerk with his own theme song and everything. I guess we have to inspect the house first before Mr. Jerk with theme song decides to examine it with his lockpick. It's locked! Fortunately, the locked house is the only one in the center of town next to a pool of boiling lava, so it's easy to identify. What's up? We went to the house in the pit, but the guy wouldn't let us in. You two want in? Then take this. Received multi-key! Now, of course you can pick any lock if you've got a skeleton key. What a cheater. Doesn't even live up to his theme song or anything. So, now we have something that could allow us to break every law. But no one cares. I ran when I saw the monsters in the volcano. A huge boulder fell and trapped Arian. Only a mega grenade can free him. How do you use one? Just throw it! Learn to use mega grenade. Go through the abandoned mine to reach the boulder. So, we just got a fancy new axe, which is easily outclassed by this fancy orange death bomb of throwing. Whatcha! So, that'll be fun. dude also has a crest in his house. It might be one that we could have obtained via a battlefield. But alas, I don't care about battlefields. So anyway, time to go chuck some explosives at boulders. Nothing wrong will happen. Well, okay, I guess we have to go this way first. You can't just chuck an explosive at a boulder from the world map, no. You have to get to an obnoxious high cliff and an obnoxious dungeon with obnoxious conveyor belts. Can't even jump them. The logic dictates that you totally should be able to. Yo, Redbone! How's it going? So, we demonstrate Mr. Tanky a lot, and Mr. Giant Explosion. Two very good friends of mine. I'm gonna go ahead and keep using the sword for accuracy. And variety. Because I believe the Morningstar counts as an axe attack. Safety and distance. Dudes lined up on treasure chests. Yup, that's not a room we're gonna care about much, I don't think. So, the mine. Conveyor belts and pulleys and stuff. It's a system, alright. It gets things going in some direction. Red cap, red bone, red cap, and zombie. You're so close to having a theme there, guys. Come on. Just ruin it. Honk! Ah, that's what that shield does. It prevents paralysis. It doesn't prevent shenanigans, however. Shenanigans in no seconds, because Frank he just understands himself that well. He's like, yeah, I'm a video game protagonist. One of the most generic looking ones ever. But that's okay with me. I'm Japanese box art, I look just like Bart's. Anyway, is there anything in this room? I guess we have to carve our way through some beasties in order to figure this out. Hey look, it's Flazzard! I'm just flazzard by this situation. Sounds a lot like a frazzled type of synonym, you know? Oh no, it's the claw. And fire. I like how they just layer in that reverse dude who's on fire over the non-reverse, not on fire dude. It's like, oh no, not only am I on fire, but I have grown extra limbs for a temporary amount of time. Ruben, stop doing the worst number in damage. It's not even the real number of the beast, if I remember correctly. But still. You're boring and you look strange from behind. Alright, let's try this axe. 404, death not found. We've got all sorts of comedic numbers going on here. Like 178, that's my favorite one! Okay, that's getting kind of strange. Do not get stared at by goblins in red, or they will make you very confused. Also, apparently they evade everything. Dude, stop it. Thank you for dying! Oi, why you gotta be so bothersome about it? So, is there, like, anything in this room? Well, I guess there's a thing there. Might as well kill some dudes! Nothing better to do after all. Gotta make some part of this LP involve battle music, I guess. Man, I don't know anymore. So there's that one treasure chest. Got it. Well, I'll come all this way, might as well kill some zombie. Let's see how much a bomb does on one target. That much. Let me guess bombs. Yup! Aha! I called it. I am the master of disaster. Or boxes. One of the two. The master of boxes. Not a very prestigious position. Can you imagine if you were like the god or goddess of boxes? I mean, the concept of gods and goddesses with really strange jobs is just kind of hilarious to me. It would make a good, like, RPG setting, perhaps. So, this conveyor belt goes down, so there's no reason for fighting that guy. Unless we accidentally the whole conveyor belt later. But for now, we need to go back around. We need to go down this. You can't go back up because it's a weight and stuff. It's a one-way trip until you come all the way back around through other means. So it's not really a one-way trip at all. I'm gonna kill the staring goblin. Haha, you cannot counter... Ugh. What? Zombie multiplied itself. Is that how zombies work? Do they just, like... You take the parts of one zombie and plant them in the ground, you get some zombie seeds. You grow a zombie orchard. And that's why they're in so many goddamn video games. Because they just don't stop. Supply and demand, farmers. Supply and demand. I guess they're really cheap to hire or something. Well, I guess if you're gonna do an RPG where the combat is stationary enemies outside of battle, you gotta railroad the player into them one way or another. LOL, Ruben, defend. I wanted to justify that bomb slightly more. Now we're going all this way. This way is up, if you're not educated. Hello again. How nice to see you. Honestly, I don't know. Whoa. I don't know which weapon to use against these guys, because none of them really killed him instantly. Might as well just go with Stabbins. Stabbins is Frank's last name. Frank Stabbins. Hero of the Ages. Or I could accidentally use Quake because I mixed up A and B again. They're probably weak to fire. But I'm not gonna bother testing it because I have a sword and that's perfectly okay. Ruben, meanwhile, was sitting on his paralyzed butt doing nothing. Can I go this way? Yes, I can. But do I want to go this way instead? No, because I saw that earlier. You will not fool me, game. You will not fool me, yes. You will not dispute my extra G that came out of nowhere and has no bearing on any sentence. Well, at least high-level man can go first, so the bomb does enough to kill this guy. It's all about strategy. Strategy and that jerk. Looking completely different than all the enemies we've seen so far. As an indicator of his power? Yo. Suddenly a boss fight! Possibly would have been a good idea to engage things in the upper half of the level instead. Jin attacks with Hypno-Sleep. Ruben falls on butt, sticks legs in air. No questions are asked. So, Frank-O-Matic still doesn't have a healing spell. I mean, a reviving spell. So this could go horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. And it is. So far. You know, I should have been a little bit more suspicious. Dragon Cut! Headbutt! One of those is less dramatic than the other. Alright, Ruben a lot. Just punch that golem with a thing. And then Ruben died. No one cared. So speaking of dying... Oh wait, I don't have life. I just said that like a second ago. What can we do against this guy? Well, he's attacking with fire. So let's try attacking with blizzard. Enjoy the holidays. I don't think he did very much. And we're toast. In a literal and figurative fashion. Let's try that again with more intelligent playing. You know, if I can do that sort of thing. And by intelligent playing, I mean just healing off the... Whoa. Don't you head or butt me. I will call my lawyer, and he will be asking me why I'm trying to sue the undead. I'm sure there would be some sort of legal measure that would make that absolutely ridiculous. I don't know anything about law other than don't break it, which is a generally good rule of thumb, I might add. But I'm pretty sure trying to sue genies, undead, or any other sort of monster that may or may not exist would cause some problems. Unless you're suing someone over a monster, that might work. But, hey. What do I know? I'm just stabbing this guy. So, what do you think? Does this guy have 2 eyes or 1? You can interpret that face as either way, really. Until now. Did you say 2 eyes? You were wrong. But he does have a mouth, so if you guessed that, you are correct. Congratulations. How do you miss something that huge? Also, fun fact, Jin is the first major boss fight in Final Fantasy III, if I remember correctly. Which I might not... well... You fight the dumb turtle first. Jin is the one you fight before you get the class change in the DS version, I want to say. Whatever. DS version of FF3, not too great. Throwing that out there. Let's be retro. I'm sure modern-day gamers will will appreciate a multi-hour-long dungeon with no saves, where the final boss is a steep jump up the victory difficulty curve. That guy was not necessarily a steep jump up the victory curve. I mean, why do I keep saying victory curve? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it's not my job to make sense. It's my job to accidentally throw bombs across the universe. So that's probably the way out. Were I to guess. Because this is the way treasure. Oh, and explosives. Hey look, it's Indiana Jones. Hey, Indiana Jones. We're close enough to blow up the boulder! Dad, stand back! That's not how blowing up boulders works, but it's close. That guy actually reminds me of the father/mask from Final Fantasy Legend 2, a little more than Indiana. Ruben, I knew you'd save me. Please head home to Mom. Right, you two be careful. Frank, let's return to Fireberg. And so, the brave heroes returned to Fireberg after contesting with the skeleton over the property rights of this conveyor belt. The skeleton and his compatriots thought that outnumbering Frank and Ruben gave them the rights to own this conveyor belt, but Frank is the law. Sucks to be them, I guess. Oh man, we have to fight this guy. Fighting things in a video game. Who would have guessed? Break them to bits, one by one. Get a flashy sword spark, but not kill them. Frank, do something hilarious. Oh man. Too late. Alright, alright, alright. We are at Bonus Town, I guess. I wanna break this wall for no good reason. Sing along to the songs to make a good LP. That is a lie. Okay, enough of that. Hey, skeleton. Just cause you accidentally fell in some red paint doesn't mean you're any more threatening. In fact, it means bigger numbers. Bigger numbers do not equal better in all situations. For a prime example of this, please see Trendy Entertainment's Dungeon Defenders and its fairly recent Nightmare difficulty mode, wherein they ramped up everything by about 1,000 for an absolutely no reason. Gotta fight the lizards. They're probably weak to blizzards. Hey look, I'm right. I'm not effective, but I'm right. That's the power of song. I went the wrong way. I should have bought those cure potions from that dumb person in the place when I had the chance with the money. Alternatively, I could keep casting Blizzard and see how effective that gets. Oh no! He kicked me into everything. Even though they are dressed appropriately for snowmen and winter, they are weak to the snowmen. Just because they buy into the corporate thing that is Christmas does not mean that they are satisfied goblinoid beings. They're like those people who have to be Santa Claus and have no choice in the matter, which I don't know if that ever happens. Let's say it did, so that makes a little more sense. Is there good stuff up here? Oh, hey. How about that thing? Wonder what that thing is. Good thing I came this way, isn't it? You got Charm Claw. Oh, hi. Completely forgot that was just lying around. Whereas this one only caused paralyzing poison, this one also causes darkness, mute, and sleep. And phone calls. Still not the third claw, which causes petrify. Which some late game bosses are weak to. So yeah, whatever. Let's try out our new stabity thing. Critical hit. Well, that's a good omen. Critical hit! Zombie is strong against poison and sleep and paralyze, but not critical hits. Zombie is weak to stabs. Let me show you my stabs. Is this the way out? No, this is not the way out. The way out is the way up. And since I have a claw equipped, I can just go ahead and grapple on up there right away. You can't jump across the conveyor belt, even if you're going in the direction that the conveyor belt wants you to go. So, now that we're out of random monster face town, we should go back to slightly less random actual town. Hey, what's up? Captain Mac went something something something. Sorry, I forgot how to read. Give me some cure pots. Thanks, woman of the old age. Now we are arrested. We should go talk to Ruben's father man. See if we can get his hat or something. Cool hats make everything better. Team Fortress 2. I kind of forgot that he lives in this town instead of not outside of it. Ruben, why isn't your house conveniently labeled? Thanks, Arian made it back. Found refreshers. Crystal ball for no reason. Probably a light source. Forgot to tell you, the crystal of fire is in the lava dome. Sounds like a refreshing fun time trip thing. I guess we'll just have to go there next time on Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. For the record, it's like up here. But you have to go through the volcano to get to the fire dome. You have to go through the earthquakes to get to the anything. What's this cave? Sealed temple. Do you have 10 gold pieces for a cup of coffee? Frank doesn't even know anymore. Well, you two. I think it's time we said goodbye for today. Like I said. And if you have 10 gold pieces for a cup of coffee, please get back to the old man. Thank you for your time.